web up, but I've got to move my truck. It looks like you caught dinner last night anyway, and you're safely tucked up there in the eave of my trailer now, so you can go back and build one later today, okay? It's a beautiful web. You did a pretty job on it. Y'all like my porch sign? I need to trim the bushes. A friend of mine painted that for me. I saw something like it on Pinterest. It says, welcome all colors, all sexes, all orientations, all religions, all cultures, all abilities, all ages, all sizes, all species, all individuals. Love lives here. I like that. It's just on a couple of pallets. My friend Shay painted that. Well, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, August the 11th, and I just unhooked my trailer from my truck, and I am headed down to meet Miss Betsy. I am running a little bit later than I meant to be this morning, just because I needed a good night's sleep. Been having these really vivid, crazy dreams the last couple of nights. Have y'all ever have those where it's very realistic and maybe you're talking to people from your past? Or I find that sometimes our unconscious mind let us resolve issues of pain and stuff through our dreams, and that sort of happened to me the other night. I had a rather lengthy conversation with my ex from Oklahoma in a dream, and it was actually good because, you know, I was angry at him for a long time, and you know, I thought I pretty well let it go several years ago, but apparently I still had some deep down stuff that I needed to talk through, so maybe that helped. Maybe a little dreamland therapy session will help me. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of strange. But anyway, we're headed out today. I pretty much talked myself out of buying that blanket chest. We're gonna go back to the lady that's over by the dog rescue. She had some cute furniture and had some pretty good prices on it. So we'll see, but Miss Betsy and I are gonna head out one more time and do a little bit of last reconnaissance on Bargains Galore on 64, and then I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the day cleaning my house and working on some projects. I've decided I need to do a deep clean of my house before I go back to work, which means like scrubbing floors and all that stuff. You know, anytime you're canning, your floors just get, and your stove just gets in a mess, it seems like, or at least it does for me. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do today. We're headed out, and Miss Betsy's already got drinks, she said, so I'm headed to her house. Miss Betsy, we went and got the wicker settee. Wicker settee was in really good shape, and they came off the price enough. She's putting it in her sunroom right now. She's still got some stuff to fix on the table, or on the settee itself. With the little table, it was in good shape, so she went ahead and put it in the house. She's eventually going to put it on her porch. She's having her porch redone. You can see there, she's having that porch redone, and then the upper porch, she may put it on the upper porch, but it'll match her wicker swing there. So we went and got the settee. We went to an estate sale, and now we're going to head back toward the dog rescue sale to see if that lady's got any furniture out. But first, we're going to Sonic to get drinks.
And I thought they could be costing somebody life doing that.
Well, we're caught by the coal train again, but it's going back to the coal mine, so it's going a little faster this time. But we've had a good day. We're in my truck today because Miss Betsy, I think, convinced she needed that wicker settee, so she got it. And then, let's see, we went back to the animal rescue place. The lady with the supposed furniture, she did have a child's armoire, but I don't need that. I need something with some shelves in it. Let's see, we went to London because some of my friends, Miss Frida and my friend Tim and Tom, the gentleman that works on my lawnmowers and stuff, they had some stuff set up, so we went over there. And then we went to the Episcopal Church sale. I got a crystal bowl and some wooden spools. I'm thinking craft project, maybe Christmas ornaments or something out of these. We'll see. And that's pretty much, well, we went to that estate sale this morning. Yeah, that was the lady's grandmother, and she said she was a collector of many things, and she had all these dresser scarves and doilies, and I thought, oh, look into your future. Anyway, the train is gone now. We're going to get some. Bargains Galore was kind of light. I'd spent all my budget. I just had about $10 extra that I had scrounged around. So I did manage to pick up a few things. I went back to the dollar bin at the place where Mrs. Hayes went to get her settee set. And funnily enough, I found some pretty good stuff in the dollar bin. Like this old 8-pound shortening can, which is in really good shape. Okay. Then I got in the same dollar bin this cutting board and this, it's a knife block that you hang on the wall. Okay. And this set was called Woodpecker Hardware. Now, the reason I got it is I had a set and somebody's tried to improve the looks of it by painting it. I honestly don't remember if that was me or not. But I have the paper towels, the canister set, and the salt and pepper shakers. And I think I can clean it up where it'll look like something again. And even though it's been painted, I still think it'll be fine. It's a neat old vintage set. Then I found this costume jewelry. She had just put it in the dollar bin, and I've been wanting to make one of those those art pieces where you make a Christmas tree, or I saw a rooster made out of buttons and old pieces of costume jewelry. So these were all $1 a piece. We went to an estate sale where I picked up this cross-stitch tablecloth. It does have a few little stains on it, but I think I can be strategic in where I put my glassware and my paper, my stuff. It's a cross-stitch. It looks very autumny. It's a nice long tablecloth. I also got all of these dresser scarves and doilies. I want to do one of those dream catchers where you stretch the round doilies, those art pieces for the walls where you stretch the round doilies and embroidery hoops and kind of glue it all together. So I got some doily pieces. I like this one because it's got the tulip shapes on it. And then this one I just like blue anyway. And then I thought this one was neat because it has the rose motif in the center. And then I got this dresser scarf because it's a lot more substantial than the average one. And I got this long skinny one also too, to go down the middle of a table. And then last but not least, at that same estate sale, she just gave me this vintage piece of butterfly trim, which I thought was nice. I got a couple of iron-on transfers. This one's what friends are for on it. And then this one is Peace. These are those Daisy Kingdom transfers. And I also got this little book, the stories the three baby bears told, and it's got little stories in it. It's got the little bears in their little package here. So it was this lady's grandmother's house, and she said this lady was a collector of many things. And I'm like looking, I was like, yeah, I can relate. And then the last place that we went was the Episcopal Church sale, which had just been the one day. I got these little wooden spools, which is like a little crafty item. And then I got this crystal bowl. And if you remember, I showed the crystal vase. See how it rings? That's definitely crystal, so not bad for $2, so I'll take it. So that's kind of the end of our exploits for Bargains Galore on 64. I'm going to take these in the house and put them up. Well, Luna's found another kitty in the mirror. Y'all having fun? Y'all tussling? Now don't get too rough. Somebody will get mad. Come on. Don't get too rough. See, that's what happens. People get grouchy. Hey. Y'all be good. Y'all wondering how Luna's fitting in. That's Fizzy over there giving her a bath. So, I guess she's fitting in pretty doggone good. They've knocked my picture of Satchel Cattywampus there. That's a microwave cart that I moved out of the kitchen. I can't quite bring myself to get rid of it because my dad had bought it for my mother. But anyway, so Fizzy's over there giving Miss Luna a bath. So I would say they're getting along pretty good. Okay, well, I got everything brought in, and all the animals are fed and watered, and it sure feels like it wants to storm outside. I haven't checked the weather report this afternoon, but it is cloudy. There's some kind of close clouds out there, and it sure is humid. You know, the temperature is not as bad as it has been, but it is very humid outside. But anyway, I was looking in the storage building for those canisters that go with that cutting board that I bought. And I'd forgotten that many years ago when I was in college and I was going to get married, and that's a long story for another day, I had saved up seals off the Quaker Oats cans or boxes or packages and ordered this container. I also did it for Domino's sugar and got a canister set, and I don't know where that canister set is. It's probably here somewhere. I don't remember getting rid of it, to my knowledge. I've got a couple of places that I could look, but I haven't seen it in forever, and I hadn't thought about it in forever. But I remembered it had the Domino face masks on it from the Domino's sugar bags years ago, and I had saved, there was a whole set of 4 canisters there. I also had this old, from my college days, Planters Peanuts tin. And I had saved those because I was going to get married and I needed stuff to put in an apartment or a house or whatever. So I hadn't thought about those. And in fact, the shirt I have on today, my mom got me and her a shirt by saving up seals off the Raisin Bran boxes. Some of y'all may remember doing the Purina cat calendars. Those were a big thing when I was a little kid. We would save the circles off the Purina cat chow bags and send those in and get the cat calendars every year. Meow Mix also had a calendar that you could order. And that was a lot of fun to me when I was a little kid. And even if these items to nobody else mean anything, the fact that those memories were brought back today about something I hadn't thought about doing with my mom in years, and I specifically pulled this shirt out today because I was thinking about those things. If that, you know, that Clover Honey tin and that dollar lard bucket, they don't mean anything to anybody else probably, but the fact that they brought those memories back to me today are priceless. You know, so to me, to some people, I mean, I jokingly call it going junking, but to me, these things are more, these are not junk. These are memories. I mean, that tablecloth that I got, that lady said, you know, my grandma used that, and you know, she was so careful with that thing, and she had these good memories of it, you know, and the fact that it's passed on to somebody now who will also appreciate it, I hope, means something to her. Okay, y'all gonna keep that up? It's like running a daycare, I swear. But anyway, you know, or the you know, the fact that, and I was talking with Mrs. Betsy about this, and I think I've mentioned this before. You know, maybe I'm morbid because I sometimes think about these things, or maybe it's because I live alone. But I was kind of sad thinking, you know, when I'm gone, this stuff's just going to get boxed up and it's going to get sold in a garage sale, or it's going to get taken to the thrift store or whatever. And Miss Betsy said, well, now think of it this way. Somebody who is just like you someday will come across this and go, man, somebody really took good care of that, or really treasured that, or really loved that. And that meant a lot to them. And that made me feel a little bit better, because the idea of just a bunch of people pawing through stuff and throwing it around and makes me kind of sad. So, you know, the idea that somewhere out there there's going to be some other person who appreciates these things like I do, maybe that makes me feel a little bit better. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to have to think about where those canisters are. I really don't remember getting rid of them, so maybe they're still here somewhere. Have to find them. So we'll see if I can't do that. But anyway, I think I'm going to close it out for today. I feel like that maybe I'm getting a little boring, kind of rambling on about stuff sometimes. So I'm going to try to keep this one short today and make it less cumbersome for y'all to watch. But I really appreciate all y'all who have been watching and giving me good feedback. I always get sad when I see people have unsubscribed from my channel, because I wonder what I did to make them mad. But you know, sometimes you do have to speak up about things. You know, speaking up about racism or homophobia or misogyny or hatefulness towards elderly people or hatefulness towards animals, I'm not going to stop doing that, even if it means I don't have any subscribers. I don't think that that would be true, though. I think there would still be some people with me. I got my orange slush from Sonic here. But, you know, I hope that I don't ever hesitate to speak up for fear of upsetting someone when I know that there's a problem that needs to be addressed. And I don't like to see people feeling uncomfortable. I know that sometimes people are well-intentioned, but sometimes the things that come out of people's mouth, they don't understand how it sounds to people who have, like my student that I talked about in the podcast, who had never been in a position where he was the minority. I don't think people really understand how that feels until they've been in that position. So they don't see the inherent problem with, you know, saying certain things. They don't see the problem with some rhetorical phrases that have been used for years, but when you look at the origins of them, are really kind of nasty and horrible. You know, so I'm trying very hard to become more mindful of those things and to exercise, like get them out of my vocabulary and my way of thinking. So, and that may mean I lose followers, that may mean I lose friends, that may mean I make people mad, but at the end of the day, what was it they said? If you're not making anybody mad, you never stood up for anything. So maybe that's true. I don't know. But anyhow, I hope you guys are doing well and are having a good weekend. I've been knitting on some things, and tomorrow is going to be a cleaning the house, scrubbing down, doing some rearranging. I've got a spare bedroom that I need to start getting the clutter out of. And I want to finish some crafty things. Next week, I go back into work for a couple of days. I got a message from the little girl that rides Gusty that Gusty is limping. So I called Miss Marianne and talked to her and asked her what the deal was. And she kind of explained it to me. And I think she may just be sore. I'm going to give it tomorrow and see. I'm going over there Monday morning anyway to see what's going on. So hopefully it's nothing more severe than that. I got a message from the girl riding Bo, and she said he did great for front shoes. He's been riding well all week until Friday when he kind of tried to test her a little bit because she rode him out on the road. And his deal is stubbornness. He likes to get stubborn and balk or sew up. And she said she worked him through it, and then he's doing a lot better than he had been. So I'm feeling better about that. We're coming up on 3 weeks out of 5 for him. So I'm feeling a lot better about that aspect of him. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Tomorrow's, like I said, it's going to be house cleaning and rearranging and doing some organizing and moving some stuff around. And I need to work those peppers up, and I need to finish that soup off. That might wait till Monday. I really need to get the house straightened up and clean. And I need to do some like deep clean, like I need to steam clean my sofa. And I need to scrub the floors with some hot water and vinegar and cleanser solution, and do some dusting and all of that. So that may be what I do tomorrow. And then the peppers and the soup base was in the refrigerator, so it'll keep, and I think the peppers will be fine too. So I'll work those up probably Monday afternoon. But anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a ramble there. Y'all have a good night. I've enjoyed the feedback from everybody. Thank you so much. A lot of y'all have made me feel very, very good about your kind words, and I hope y'all are all doing well, and I hope you've had a good weekend. Until I see y'all and talk to y'all again, y'all be good to each other and take care of each other, and peace out, y'all. Bye.